It's time for the fifth and final exercise in Jasperactive Word, Chapter 1, Managing Documents. As a reminder, to get to Jasperactive, you could go through Rapid Identity, Office 365, click on the Word icon on the left, click New Blank Document, Home tab, click on the three dots in the upper right corner, and find Jasperactive for Word. Or you can take off a few steps by using a Word bookmark. All right, once you sign into Jasperactive, click on Lessons, and we are just finishing up the Managing Documents lesson, so click Start. And we are on the fifth exercise called Learn to Prepare Documents for Sharing. So click on Learn to Prepare Documents for Sharing. And wait a moment for the page to open. All right, in this exercise, you will look at the various printing options available to you before you distribute a document. You'll also look at other options to check your document before you share it. All right, let's go ahead and click Start to start the simulation. We're going to preview the document to see what changes you might need to make to the page layout. So let's preview it by going to File, Print. File and Print will show you what the page will look like. In the bottom right corner, we're going to click on the zoom slider. We're going to click the plus sign 3 times so we can zoom in a little bit. All right, and then we're going to click the zoom to page button to return it to the full page. So that button is just to the right of the plus sign. It automatically takes it back so that you can see it all on one page. Now we're going to click on the right button to go to page 2. Right now you're seeing page 1. If you click this right button, it takes you to page 2. On the left side, let's pretend we want to change the number of copies. So instead of 1 copy, we want to make it 3 copies. Oops, let's go back to page 1 first. All right, now we're going to change the copies to 3. So change the copies to 3 and press enter. If we scroll down a little bit, we have an option to change the orientation. This is on the layout tab, but you can also change it from this print view. Right now it's on portrait orientation. Let's click on it to change it to landscape orientation. You can see it changes it just a little bit. Next has our margins. Right now it's on normal margins. Let's see what it looks like if we change it to narrow margins. There's narrow margins. And let's change our landscape orientation back to portrait orientation. So it's up and down. And let's go ahead and change our margins from narrow. Click on narrow margins and change it back to normal margins. All right, sometimes you might want to save the file as a different file type when you're sharing it, so that restricts others from being able to make changes. So we're going to go to Save As, and then in the Save As field, right now it says Word document. We're going to click that little arrow and change it to PDF. PDF. In this format, it restricts changes so people can't make changes to your document. We're going to click the Save button. And then Adobe will open it in this new format so that you can see how it looks. We're going to go ahead and close it with the X. All right, now it's time to learn how to use the document inspector. We can check the document to remove any personal information that you might not want others to see. So since this is in the background, we're going to use the File button, just like we used this area for properties before. We're now going to go to File Info, this time to Check for Issues. So you'll see the properties we used last time were on the right. This time we want to inspect the document and click Check for Issues. Check for Issues, Inspect Document. And it's warning us to make sure we save it before we start, so we're going to click Yes. And now we're going to click the Inspect button. It will review our document for us, and it's warning us that, oops, we have some personal information. So we're going to hit Remove All to take away our personal information and click Close. All right, so now if we've shared our document, our personal information will not be attached to it. Now we're going to check the compatibility of Word versions. So if someone is viewing this document and they have a different version of Word, they'll be able to use it. So we're going to go to File and back to Info. And this time we're going to click Check for Issues, but choose Check Compatibility. Compatibility. And it's telling us that some smart art graphics will be converted, and we're going to click OK. All right, we've checked it and we've inspected it. Now it's time to share it. So we're going to go to File and choose Share. And to share it, we're going to choose an email, and we're going to choose Send this document as an attachment. It will automatically open up an email for us with our file attached. And we have successfully finished our lesson, so we're going to click Finish. And now you can click Back to My Lesson. We have now completed all of the exercises in the first lesson, Managing Documents. All of these should be green. Great job.